Hi, I'm Amber.
I'm Melissa.
This is In Stitches with Melissa and Amber. Hi. It's been a while.
Yeah, a few weeks.
Yeah, it's hard to schedule this with kids and stuff, so we're doing our best.
And
Um,
children roaming around in both houses. So
mhm. I have a kid down here on the floor. Yep. So anyway, lots of exciting stuff has been going on since our last video. We've gotten, over 80 subscribers, which is pretty exciting. So just wanted to say thanks to everyone for subscribing and liking and commenting and watching and all that fun stuff. It's been super cool. So, yay. The other thing too that I keep forgetting to mention is because Melissa and I are doing this channel together, we're just going to strictly leave this channel like our FLOSSTUBE making channel. So we each have our own FLOSSTUBE accounts that like we'll subscribe, like we have our own people that we subscribe to and we watch and we comment through. So mine is Amber Brooks is my personal YouTube account. What's yours?
I think it's Melissa Eggleston. It's either that or M.A. Eggleston. So one of those two.
I think it's M.A. Eggleston, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just keeping them separate and using this strictly for making FLOSSTUBE videos, just so you guys know. So if we're commenting and stuff, or not commenting as this channel, we're commenting as our individual selves.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're going to start with WIPS. Did you want to go first?
Okay. Sure. So I have been working on, because of Year of WIPS, I am doing a bunch of little goals on each project, or I say I'm doing little goals on each project. I haven't quite gotten through what I had wanted to in January, because I think January was close to ending when we last filmed. But I did. I am in the full coverage fanatics, I think, is the Facebook group, and so you get a monthly challenge, and so you had to do 1,200 stitches, and so this is 1,300 because I had a few stitches that I had started, but so that's what it looks like, and I love it so much.
What pattern is it again?
Sorry, Treasure Hunt Bookshelf by Heaven Design.
Yeah.
And then my other full coverage is this one, Shy Baby. And I haven't quite reached my goal yet. So this is where I am on that. And I've worked on all of this section. And once I get, I think down to here, like if I do this row across and then fill in this block, then it'll be 1,200. So I've been working on the, I did a little bit of my needle worker. Here it is. Needle worker. And this is one of those that I love so much that I kind of want it to go slow because I'm enjoying it. So I can unfold it. I need to get one of those boards that people have. So I added a bunch of the bottom row, the needle, a little bit of the thread, and then the W and the O. Oh, and like part of a leaf. Barely did the leaf. So
I like that fabric.
Thank you. And I'm probably gonna stretch it out at least 2 more months just because why not? And then I worked on Winter Wonderland by Tiny Modernist.
My favorite.
And so I got the little snowman done. He's pretty cute. I was kind of tired of him by the end. It was a lot of counting, a lot of making sure the white. I just wanted to do the white first, and so then I like had to count the scarf, and it was too much math.
So cute.
And that's basically it. I put just a couple of stitches in one other project. But I wanted to start my shadowing. So that's why I didn't finish my full coverage goal yet for the month. Because it's a lot of work to get this giant heap of fabric onto a frame. So I just started the middle today after school pickup. So see that tiny couple of stitches? That's it.
Which shadowing are you doing? I know you've told me, but I don't remember.
It's Hydrangea Autumn Fog.
Right.
I wish I had a picture. I don't have a picture. So yeah, that's it.
I've got a pile. I was kind of joking the other day, you know, I stitched to release stress. So I must have been really stressed out the past couple weeks because I did a ton of stitching.
It's fun though.
Huh?
That's always fun.
I feel like if I've done this much stitching, I probably haven't done enough adulting.
Yeah.
So the first one is Heartstring Samplery Coffee Quaker. Which last time we did a video, was that when I said I wasn't even sure I was going to stitch it?
Ridiculous.
So I worked on this for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 days. That's 5 days. Because I think I had just First I Drink, I think was all I had.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
So pretty.
So that's the called for threads. The fabric is, again, some mystery Lugana from my LNS. And then this one was also one I said I wasn't sure I was going to stitch. The Harry Potter class schedule, Sal. Hold on, let me see if I can. So I ultimately decided to go ahead and do this with modifications. The cat is from, I think her name was Courtney on the Facebook group for the Sal. And then I just did the books myself. And then the only change I made to potions was I made the handle hang down because she has it up. So that's that, and the needle minder that came with it. And this is on Crystal Haunted 28 count Lugana from Picture This Plus.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I think I have to be in the right mindset to make modifications because I'm probably not going to stitch any of them like she has them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to complete it each month, like the first of the month. Oh my gosh, let me do this because I love it so much. I think I need to let it kind of marinate a little bit and figure out what I want to do. And then when I feel like stitching it, I will.
Not a frosted pumpkin.
Well, I was watching Abby, Top Knot Stitcher, yesterday, and she was like, I feel like people aren't really saying how they feel about this Sal, and it's okay to say it. And I had commented that, yes, I agree. Like, I just wasn't sure where the right place to do that was because I don't feel like the Facebook group is the right place. And I know we talked about this a lot, like a big group of us at Stitch Away. I think Harry Potter fans have really high standards. So if you're going to do the Sal, it needs to be done really well. So, yeah. And, you know, I think Abby said she's not going to do it because she doesn't want to do all the modifications and stuff. That's not what she signed up for. And I totally understand that. So I just have to be in the mood to do it. So. I'll plug along because I really love my fabric and the color choices I chose for the frames. So I think once it's done, I'll be happy with it. So anyway, this may have also been another one I said I wasn't sure I was going to stitch. Seeing a pattern here. Clouds Factory postcard Sal from a couple years ago. I had New Delhi done. Then I went up and did Paris. I mean, look at that bistro table and chairs. Could you die? They're so cute.
I'm like leaning in closer.
And then I started, this is Venice, and then I got tired of it, so I decided to put it away. But I'm happy with the blue frames that I copied off of one of Julie McConnell's customers because she showed a framed piece. So I just picked a blue that I had.
Okay.
So working on that. And then I did, well, this is a whip / finish because I did, it's a gift, whip, and finish. Should I do it now?
Sure.
So Melissa sent me for no reason this. And I'd never done a Mill Hill kit. I'd never done beading. I'd never stitched on perforated paper. So one Saturday, I wanted to be lazy. So I started it and finished it all in one day and watched like almost a whole entire season of Crown. So that's it. I love it.
That's cute.
I stitched it and then I cut the paper off and then I ran downstairs because I had felt already and ribbon and I just sprayed it with spray glue, you can see there, and had it FFO'd in like 30 seconds.
Perfect.
And then after that I did, this is again another whip / finish. I did number 13 of the Advent Animals.
Yay.
Which from Brooks Books, they're free. I don't think I posted a picture of this on Instagram. I think I forgot. So I started that and finished that on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started number 14 was Cassie Cow. This is what she'll look like when she's done.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got that done.
Yay.
And I use these stretcher bars. I think Danielle was the first person I saw that used these. But because I've cut my fabric, pre-cut all my fabric, it doesn't really fit in a hoop. So I got a little 4x4 or 5x5, 4x4 probably, or 5x5, I don't know. And I use those.
Does
So
it hold it really?
Huh?
Does it hold it really tight?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you hear that? Like a drum. Yep, it's good. When I did these last year, I also put these in stretcher bars because I got, hey Parker, can you go get me that frame right there? See the little wooden square over, yeah. Because that way I wouldn't have to move the hoop around. Like this was the size I used. And then I just, you know, stretched it on there. And that way I didn't have to move a hoop and didn't have any hoop lines or anything. So yeah, I love these for stuff like that, where you have like, just don't have a lot of extra fabric. Because originally I had left these all on the big, huge fabric. And this is from
Guys Stitch Love.
Yes, something blue. I don't remember. It's blue.
Blue.
I had left it all. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say she's not dying anymore anyway.
Correct. Yes. I had it all on the big, huge sheet and was just using a small hoop and had like all this fabric, you know, laying in my lap. And then I decided just to cut them all out and use these. But Nell at Little Yellow House Crafts was the first one I saw do these on blue. I think other people have also. But this is a Jobelan, and I don't know it was the first Jobelan I'd ever stitched on. And I don't know if it's because it's blue or what, but oh my gosh, it's so hard to stitch on. This is actually why I bought my Ottlight, because I could never see to stitch on it.
Yeah.
So I have to stitch with my Ottlight with this. So because I was working on this on Tuesday, my kids do swim on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I needed something I could work on there. So I started the second one of Lizzie Kate's Boo Club treats. That's what that looks like. And I just got the tea.
It looks so good though.
Can we talk about Lizzie Kate for a minute?
I know. I'm sad about it.
I know. So she's retiring, as I'm sure everyone knows. And good for her, but bad for us.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, this is on Jobelan from my LNS something. I don't know. For the mostly called for, it's with mostly called for colors too. So we have swim again tonight, so I'll bring that with me and work on that some more. So as soon as I found out, I saw that Lizzie Kate was retiring, I went and bought everything off my 1, 2, 3 stitch wish list that I'd had on there.
Oh.
So I got all the stuff for Jingles. And then Melly Ellie Stitches had shown on hers that on her channel,
Yeah.
like a seasonal thing of Lizzie Kate's that I had never seen. So I went and bought those too, because enabling.
Did you see she finished all that stuff? Oh my gosh.
Her little letter box with the magnet is ridiculously cute.
I told her I was going to slow down on my Christmas rolls just to see what she did with that.
Copier. Or take ideas from.
Yes. Other people's evolving ideas. I'm going to use
Yes. So, what else? Oh, so Melissa sent me a gift, and I didn't talk about this last video because it was a secret WIP FFO Stitchy Kindness. So you want to show them?
Yeah.
So I stitched these for us.
I thought that she was sending me fabric, or not fabric, thread, like a little bit of floss that she had gotten from like a
Back
is it a
sale.
secondhand store or like a thrift store? Yeah. So, but I'll get real close because she has curly hair for me and she has straight hair for you, and it's just super adorable.
I tried to pick colors we both liked. I thought you liked purple and I like green.
Yep.
And then I put a batting in it and used, I don't remember whose tutorial I used on stitching the fabric closed.
Oh.
And then I used another tutorial to tie a good bow. I think it's a good bow for me.
It's a great bow. Look, there you go.
So funnily enough, it was hanging right there last video.
Really?
That's
how
that was fun to do. I stitched both of those in like a day or two.
Yeah, it was a fun surprise meal.
Yeah. Well, I finished the early bird after I had already sealed up your envelope because, I'm going to give you that pattern. So I was like, well, I don't want to rip open the packaging. So I have that pattern to give you, and I've been going through that floss to give you. So I'll just bring that all to you when we come to Virginia next month.
No, wait.
Yeah. So I have haul. Do you have haul?
I have two things, but I don't know how to show them. I wonder if I can steal my tablet from my daughter.
Maybe.
Oh, wait, hold on. But I'll go ahead and talk about it. I won, oh gosh. Kate Paints the Plenty, I think. Cowgirl Kate Paints the Plenty. Now I'm not going to remember, but she also designs, and she designed a farm sampler. And so I entered that giveaway, and I actually won. I never win anything. So I was super excited for that because it has all the animals that a local farm, like a community farm has here has, and they like let everybody come for free catfish fishing, and you know, you can do horseback lessons. They have free Saturday events, you know, for the kids to get to the horses. Anyway, I love that farm. It's really important to our family, and it like everything that Kate put in that sampler is what they have at this farm, and so I was pretty excited to win it. So I don't know if I'm gonna this year or next year because I've kind of cramped this year so full, but definitely be better prepared next time and have a picture to show. I haven't printed it because I don't have a color printer, so
Me either.
yeah. And then do you want to talk about the magazine since we both bought all the things?
Yeah. So the gift of cross stitching on Etsy. I know lots of floss tubers that were talking about it a few weeks ago, like towards the end of January. She was supposed to be closing her Etsy store, I thought at the end of January, but I checked before we started the video and she's still up and still selling it. But she was doing all of her back issues of like the last 2006 or 7 through 2012 or 13, something like that, for half off. So they were $1.50. My mom's calling me. Sorry, Mom. I have to decline your call. I love you.
Lost tubing right now.
Right? Sorry. So me being me, it was close to the end of the month, and I was like, oh, wait, I wanted to get those. So at 11 o'clock at night, I'm under my covers with my tablet so I don't wake up my husband, like trying to flip through the magazines. And I was like, oh, forget it. So I just bought the whole set. I couldn't figure out what I wanted. So she had like a bundle where you got the entire publication and then like 6 free patterns. So I bought all of that. And then I think I had texted you and you said you'd bought quite a few too.
Yeah, I didn't buy the whole set, but I went and did like a first round pick and then bought the ones that had, because she has mystery stitch alongs in them. And so the magazines I needed to complete some of those, I had to go back and buy. But
yeah. So I think the main one I really want to do, there was another one, it's a long dog sampler, but I couldn't find it right off when I was looking. I want to do that one for sure. And then this tropical Quaker sampler. I think you said you like this one too, right?
yeah, I'm doing that one with you.
Yeah.
There's a Christmas one Stitcher showed. That one is one of the ones that I had to go back and purchase the different magazines for. There's a ink circles that I really like.
Yeah.
And of course, to buy the $1.50 chatelaine because that's just craziness to let that be. So
right. Tons of Christmas ornaments that I want to do.
Yeah.
It was 72 or 71 issues.
I definitely will.
Huh?
Yeah. But I'll definitely get my money's worth out of it.
Yes.
I could stitch for like years just off of those.
I have to just remember because I downloaded them all. I'm not going to print anything really. I'll just stitch off of the PDF probably, but I have to remember they're there. You know, so I don't just forget they're off in a file somewhere and forget I own them. Was that all of your haul?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I have a little bit more. So I did go ahead and do an auto pay and auto ship for all of the patterns for the Sue Hillis keepsake thing that we got at Stitch Away. So I ordered that probably over a week ago, but I haven't gotten it yet. So that's not here yet. And I posted on Instagram, I was going to start my And a Forest Grew. and I just double checked my measurements, and the LNS I got it at had cut it wrong. Which was weird because I was there with her at the cutting table. She's cut plenty of fabrics for me before. I gave her the dimensions. No problem. She put it in and cut it, but it was like 3 inches too short. So I'm really glad I double checked. But because that happened, I needed a replacement piece of fabric, and I really didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. So I got a piece of Zweigart Mushroom Lugana 28 count. Just a mushroom color. So that came, so I can start. You see, it's kind of dark.
Yeah, that'll look really good.
Yeah, I didn't want it too pale, and I was looking at a few different grays. And I just couldn't decide, so I just went with a mushroom color. And it was only like $20 on 1-2-3 Stitch for a humongous piece. It's 27 by 36.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I got my fabric of the month yesterday for January from Fabrics by LJ. It's called 18. And it's a 32 count Lugana because he can't get the 28 count. So I decided just to get 32 for the next few months. So it's a really pretty mottled blue. I like a lot of blue, so that'll work. And it's a big piece. It's 24 by 36.
Oh, nice.
I think that's all of my haul.
Oh, I lied. I had one more piece of haul. I also don't have a picture of it because my middle child has my tablet, but I got Chatelaine was having a 20% off sale. And Martina recently passed away. I know lots of people have talked about it, and her daughter has taken it over. And so, I mean, I hope Chatelaine sticks around forever. There's no guarantee that it will. So as she has a sale, I've been just trying to snag what I think I will actually stitch versus, I mean, I have a wish list of like 30 things. But I figure if I grab the ones that I love, at least I'll have a little piece of it if she should decide that it's not for her and set the So yeah. I got Alpine Garden Mandala, which is beautiful, and I'll have a picture of that next time too.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Like keeping my children quiet as they come barreling down the hallway. So
what's it called again?
Alpine Garden Mandala.
Oh, you know what? It's not going to show up on my phone anyway. I tried darkening it earlier. My tablet's the only one that works, so we'll have it next time. Tablet's right there. It's okay. So I've got a few previous finishes. I figure we'll just keep doing a few at the end of each video until I get through them all.
Yeah.
In the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So since I worked on the Advent animals, I thought I'd show you guys the ones I'd already done. Hey Parker, can you hand me that red snowflake fabric in that bin? So I'm going to make these into little baggies and have my dad help me build like something with pegs to hang them on, so I can just hang that on the wall each Christmas. So I'm going to back them with this fabric.
So cute.
Yeah, so that'll be the back side of the bag. So I got this little lady. This one's my favorite, I think. He is so adorable. I don't remember their names, but these are all free on her website. I'm sure people have seen these. Mm. And I started these, was it 2016? And then I forgot about them. I think I got like the first 4 done.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I forgot about them. And then, I mean, look at her with her lips and eyelashes. Can you even? It's really not centered, and I'm really hoping my sister can help me make a bag. Because this is when it was still on the big, huge sheet, and I had just kind of marked it. and I wasn't leaving myself enough margin. Did I say margarine?
Yeah, what were we supposed to say?
Margin.
What?
It's a margin. Margarine is like a butter, non-butter spread. My kids are like, what?
What's that?
It's the penguin. I know, right? We don't use that. So anyway, I'd forgotten about them. And at the end of last year, my daughter was like, I really want these for Christmas. And I was like, okay, I can get these done. If I do 4 a week, I could be done by the end of the year. Well, I think I got 4 done the first week. And I was like, yeah, I'm done. We're going to have to do this next Christmas.
Yeah.
So I think if I do 2 a month, I'll have them done in August. I'm going to put my number 13 with there. And then that'll give me plenty of time to FFO them. My sister is an amazing seamstress. Like, she can do anything with anything. So I'm going to take some of these with me when we go to Virginia next month and ask her to help me make my first one. And then hopefully I can just copy it from that, especially one with like the really small border. So she doesn't know that yet, but she's going to help me.
Potter sampler in trade.
Yes. And then I finished this last year too. Again, I started it in January and then forgot about it because those monthly things, the yearbook monthly things from Lizzie Kate and the Joyful World from Snowflower Diaries, like, took up my whole year, and I'd forgotten I'd done this or I'd started it.
Yeah.
So this pattern was from Melissa. She let me borrow it. And I did color changes based on a girl on Facebook. I can't remember her name. If you care, just comment below and I'll give it to you. But I didn't actually, so I used her conversion to convert mine. So I just picked similar colors if I didn't have exactly what she used, and then I did buy some. But oh my gosh, I could look at this all day.
Mm-hmm.
It's so pretty.
Do you have a frame for it?
No. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I think it's too big to get a frame off the shelf.
Might be. Eating.
The only thing I wish I would have done was Coffee Stitcher Garrett did on Fa. He made her with Maria in her dress and her apron, which was completely genius. But I had already done that block when I saw his, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's enough. I'll quit staring at it.
No.
So I finished this up right before Stitch Away because I knew I was going to see Melissa and I wanted to give her pattern back. So pattern. So yeah, that's all I have for this week. I'll pull some more finishes for next week. Do a few at the end of each video.
Yeah.
I have a bunch. I typically don't let stuff sit in bins. I FFO it right away and put it up.
Mm-hmm.
Fully finished object. So is there anything else we wanted to cover?
I don't think so, unless we wanted to do that little tag that's not so little.
Let me see. You want to do some of the questions? So this is from, it says Mary Ellen's tag, but it was on Trisha the Left-Handed Stitcher's blog. Is that right? Is that where you got it?
Yeah, I think she just Trisha keeps like a record of all the tags.
Gotcha. Okay, so the first question, what is your favorite floss color?
Actually, I do know this. Oh, I'm stitching my my Today is a Good Day for a Good Day with it. A Water Lilies Blue Lagoon, I think.
Oh yeah. I think mine is Is it Weeks Dye Works Midnight?
Oh, that navy blue that goes into an even deeper blue.
Yeah. I think it's this. Because the words down here, I think, are like black raspberry jam or something, and this one is the midnight. And I also used it on my passport. I use it a lot. It's one of my favorite blues.
Yeah.
I think it's Weeks Dye Works. Okay, which artwork or picture that isn't an official pattern would you love to stitch or become available?
Say that one more time. I had a toddler rolling across me.
Which artwork or picture that isn't an official pattern would you love to stitch or become available? I don't know. I don't have anything.
There was a piece of artwork I sent to Heaven and Earth Designs to be charted, but I don't think anything ever came of it. But it was like a Santa kneeling down, kneeling down at Jesus's manger. Is that what we're gonna call that? So it was a cute, like, Christmassy pattern, which, you know, I don't think anything ever came of it. I think I painted it at a mom's night out one time. It didn't turn out how it would have crossed it.
Gotcha. What is a piece you would love to stitch? Why haven't you stitched it? I know mine. It's my, it's the pattern I really, really want to do. It's the Monopoly board. And I haven't stitched it because I can't find it.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. I'd probably say the same. I love Mirabilia's Seaside Kingdom. It's kids making a sandcastle at the beach. It's adorable. I'm not spending $300 on a chart. So.
Yeah. I haven't even looked to see what the Monopoly chart goes for, but I mean, anytime anyone finishes it on any of the Facebook groups, like, people are like, oh, I love the pattern, and it gets snatched up like right away. It's my favorite board game. Okay, if money wasn't an object, what piece would you stitch? I don't know.
All the chatelaines. But one of her last pieces she did before she died was the Christmas mystery, and so people are starting to work on it now, and it's so gorgeous. Like, there's little ornaments stitched over one. It's beautiful. It's like a bajillion. But I went to go get the kit at European Cross Stitch to see how much that was, and it was over $300. So yeah, girl, it's like all the silks, all the beads, all the bling. It's gorgeous, but it's not a in the midst of raising 4 children kind of project.
No, that's crazy. But they're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
All right, what is your most loved piece that you have stitched? Do you have any pieces that you hated stitching? Most loved, like, once it was done, probably my Dimensions mason jars. Do one of you guys want to run up and get that?
Oh yeah, I'll get it. It's super cute.
Having children is awesome. Go get me that. Which, again, I would have never bought for myself, but Melissa gifted it to me because I had commented, you know, somewhere along the way that I loved it, and she saw it and sent it to me. So that's probably my favorite finished piece, but also one of my hated pieces that I hated stitching. So same.
I love my Lizzie Kate's At Our House, the, like, family rolls piece. I just like the sentiment behind it. My most hated piece is right here. This thing, I messed up on it somewhere, and it's on opalescent Lugana, which is not easy to stitch on, because, like, the threads split, and so it's hard to figure out what's a hole and what's not. and I just don't love it.
Is it Holly something or other?
Holly Pixie by Nora Corbett. Yeah. No.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is my most loved and hated. We always joke about how we think it's so funny when people peek over their finishes to see if it's in the thing.
Creeper eye.
So yeah. And I meant to have glass on this. So it's like a rustic wood frame. And I went to put the glass in it and it broke. I think I need to take that out and iron it again. My finishing skills have improved since then. I don't think I'm pleased. Laced in the back over foam core.
Nice.
So yeah, favorite and most hated.
Yeah.
Okay, next. What is your favorite subject to stitch? I just like samplers in general. I mean, I guess that's my favorite kind of stitch. There's not really a subject I like over anything else.
Trying to think. I mean, I would say maybe, I don't know, like a landscape or something. Just something that visually looks pretty.
Yeah. What piece would you love to see Haid produce? Nothing for me. Haid's not happening with this girl in this house in this lifetime. Don't curve.
Yeah. I have decided to take the philosophy that if I love the art so much, I'm just going to buy the print. Because this Haid that I'm working on, my large treasure hunt bookshelf, is 169 pages. And so, yeah. I mean, like, I literally have to will it to a child or do like 12 pages a year. So
That's crazy. They're beautiful, but no thank you.
yeah, it's a lot.
Who is your favorite artist or designer? I have so many favorites. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I really like Frosted Pumpkin. I haven't stitched any of them yet, but I'm kind of becoming obsessed with Plum Street.
Mm-hmm.
Silver Creek Samplers. I really like her patterns, even though I don't like the colorway, but that's easy enough to change. I'm looking around to see what I have stitched.
I like your kawaii one.
Mostly Frosted Pumpkin.
Yeah. I would say I like anything that has dimension to it. So like a Mirabilia that has the metallics and the beads. Obviously a chatelaine. I'm obsessed with them lately. Glenwood Manor. Is that right? No. I don't know. Rosewood Manor.
Yes. We're so different. Our channel has something for everyone.
Yes, yes. Gee, that has like the Flowers of the Holy Night. Oh my gosh, I haven't stitched one of those yet, but Dino from Half Stitch Cross Stitch is making me want to stitch them. So.
Yeah. All right. If given the opportunity to design a piece and have it be published, what would the subject be? What would it be called? What would the style be? And who would publish it? Pass. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really a designer. I hate to say it this way. There are a lot of stitchers who are amazing and creative. I'm not one of those. At least not in like a sit down and make a painting. I can follow a chart with the best of them, but I can't just create that with thread. Give me a camera, I'm all in. I got you, but not with thread. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really something I'm interested in either. Where is your favorite place to stitch? On the couch, watching TV. Under my light.
Yeah. I usually stitch either in my bed, because I usually stitch right before bed, or I stitch downstairs. I have a little stitching chair.
You'd think I would stitch in my craft room that has a couch and chair in here, but it's in the basement and it's cold.
She's under a blanket right now.
Yes, I'm under a blanket right now. So I don't ever stitch down here. Who are your favorite floss tubers to watch? Do we have an hour? I'll just say a few quickly that I watch like right when their videos are posted. Stitcherista, Nell from Little Yellow House Crafts, Michelle Bendy Stitchy, and Amber from She's Craftin'.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett Coffee Stitcher I usually watch on Sundays. Pam and Steph.
Yeah.
Just keep stitching. I think they're the main ones I watch like right when they publish their videos.
Yeah. I like Jessie Marie does stuff. I watch her a lot. I watch Letitia. Love Letitia. At Crafty Curator. Stitching May. Between her and Jessie, they were the first two floss tubers I ever found. Brian at Blitz Stitch, have you watched him?
Yes.
He just has this really methodical approach that I find fascinating. I can't stitch like that. My brain is too ADD, but I'm just fascinated by people who like tackle it on and chart it. And
have you seen on Instagram? He's on like week 2 of backstitching that winter piece.
It's making me die inside. Like I am so amazed at his perseverance.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm done. Peace out. It's good enough. Crazy.
Yeah.
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons more. I mean, my list is a mile long, but I mean, you can't list everybody. You would be here all day.
Yeah. Oh, do you know a fun one though? And he stopped making videos, but Stitcher Moose. He completely has like my brother's personality where they're like genius level smart and sarcastic, and I don't know. He cracks me up every time I watch it.
I really liked, and he hasn't made videos in a long time either, was the Bearded Stitcher.
Yes. Yes.
He was really funny. Anyway, okay. If given the opportunity, which floss tuber would you like to meet the most? Michelle Bendy Stitchy, probably. She's so kind and genuine and super cool girl.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna cheat because I'm gonna say Letitia. She and I are signed up for the same retreat in September. I know. I'm trying really hard to like practice my not creeper approach.
Like when I saw Steph at Stitch Away and I was like, hey girl. Oh wait, she doesn't know me. I can't be all like, hey girl.
Oh. So. But like when you've like literally stitched with somebody for a year, 2 years, what it feels like when you watch their videos, it's like a weird feeling of how to approach somebody. And I think Nicole, Buckeye Stitcher, approached it from the other side when you're the one making the videos and these people are approaching you that you have no idea who they are. So I think it's just a weird experience all around, but once you get past the weirdness, it's really cool to meet.
You're just stitchers that enjoy stitching. Yeah. Thank goodness for Pam, because so we met her first at Stitch Away and she was so sweet and like introduced us to Stephanie and Nicole, and it was just
like didn't even ask everywhere.
Yeah, like such a nice lady. It was so funny because we were talking to Nicole and she asked where we were from, and Melissa said Virginia, and she was like, oh yeah, my sister lived there, and Melissa and I were like, yeah, we know. And she's like, oh yeah. And we were just cracking up because, you know, do you act like you don't know to make it less awkward? Or you just, it was just really funny.
Barrel through.
I need some people to cancel for StitchCon so I can move up the list. Just saying. What is one piece of advice you have for other stitchers or floss tubers? Do what you want when you want. That's my advice for other stitchers.
That's illegal.
Have you seen that's a thing now? That's a hash. Stitching M. Is that right? Anyway, she made this stitch what you want when you want, and it's sweet. It's hilarious.
Oh yes, yes, yeah, I've seen that. Because I clearly do that. Rotation, schmotation. Like I stitch what I want, I get bored, and I pick up something else. I'm gonna do what I want, and that's why I don't participate in any of the sales on any of the Facebook groups, because if I sign up for one, guaranteed I'm not gonna do it. Even if I fully intended it and wanted to stitch it, it's like I ain't following your rules, and I don't do it. Yeah, you're not the boss of me.
I would say, I feel like I'm just copying other people at this point, but my advice would be to make small goals instead of, and then move on to the next to avoid burnout, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because we either are like full-fledged all in and then we hate the piece by the time we're halfway through, or, you know, you just can't, at least my ADD can't seem to focus. So I will make a small goal and then tackle it and feel like, yay, I deserve an award, and then move on to the next.
Yeah. And I don't have any advice for floss tubers. We haven't been doing this long enough to have advice. Just have fun, I guess. What do you use to record videos with? So I'm using a laptop, and we're doing our meeting on Zoom. So then I just hit the record button on that, and you're filming on your phone?
Yeah. The one video I did on my own was just my phone.
Yeah. So then I just, when I end the meeting, it converts it, and then I have it uploaded in just a couple of minutes. So that's what we do. Nice. Yeah. Oh, whoops, I skipped number 16. What is something you have learned by watching FLOSSTUBE? Oh my gosh, so much.
Yes.
Everything, loop start, pin stitch, how to finish stuff, like my flat folds, my no-sew cubes, how to lace stuff, gadgets, other designers that I would have never stitched, like, I mean, everything.
That it's okay to hate DMC light effects and just go straight for the petite treasure braid.
Yes. Okay, who do you like stitching for? What do you enjoy making the most? I stitch for myself. I've only done a handful of gifts. What do you enjoy making the most? What do they mean? Like how to FFO it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I like to stitch yeah, I don't know. I stitch for myself and I finish it how I want. And I guess I said earlier, I mostly like samplers.
Yeah. So I started out, my personality is always like, oh, so-and-so would like this, so-and-so would like this. But you can't really stitch things for people who aren't stitchers, I don't think, or, you know, aren't invested in some kind of handmade craft to know the time that it takes. Which is probably the reason that I'm not loving this Holly Pixie. It's for my niece. And so I sent a picture of it to my sister and I was like, this is for Addison, and she was, because I was going to put her name and her birth weight, and she was like, oh, thanks, but we already have a quilt like that. I was like, okay. So, and I mean, she didn't mean anything by it. She just, I don't know, like my motivation is gone. So all that to say, this year I've learned just to stitch for myself and enjoy it, because I will be the one with it surrounding me.
Yeah. I've stitched a lot for my husband, but other than that, it's mostly me. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite place to buy supplies? Anywhere and everywhere.
All the places.
I mean, I guess most convenient is 123 Stitch, because my LNS is an hour away. But I'll go there a few times a year to try to find stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, mine used to be right around the corner, and then like as soon as I learned about stitching, it closed down. And so I had like 3 months to kind of enjoy going and looking through the patterns. So I have since relied on 1-2-3 Stitch. I was doing stitching bits and bobs, but they're so unreliable about how long it takes that I don't order from there if I'm in a hurry. And then basically I spent way too much money when we went on retreat. And I have another one in September, so I'm trying to like not spend too much.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Keyword try, right?
Yeah, I'm trying.
What are your favorite websites for stitching? Do they mean like supplies again? Or patterns? Etsy.
I like the Off the Grid Needleworks, the Shadowlane support, and the Stitch Mania group.
Yeah, maybe that's what they mean.
Yeah.
Do people know you make videos? I guess my husband knows, obviously. And I only use Instagram for stitching, but some of my friends and family follow me there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming they know because whenever we make a video, I post a screenshot. But no one's asked me about it, like, what are you doing? But I'm sure they know, even though they might not know what it is.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying we have the same friends that follow me and you, so I don't know. They haven't said anything to me about it. We'll see.
Yeah. They're probably like, we'll let them do whatever they're doing. That's weird. What type of weather do you find most relaxing to stitch during, or what is your favorite weather to stitch during? All of the above?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. I don't really stitch by the weather.
No,
I mean,
I stitch every chance I get regardless of weather.
yeah. If it's like a cold day, all right, this is lazy parenting 101. If it's like a cold, snowy day, and so Matt has to go shovel or do whatever it is he's gonna do outside, and I can convince him to take the kids, and then I can like hunker down and stitch for a long period of time, I enjoy that snowy day.
Shovel snow with Gad. It's fun. And that's not lazy. It's genius. If you organize your floss, do you organize by number or color? I organize my DMC by number. I organize my specialty floss by color. Roy G. Biv.
Oh. I do DMC by number, and I have a full set, and then I do the specialty by alphabetical order.
What is your most coveted stitch related item? My lamp, my Ottlight.
I don't have it yet. I want a Millennium frame.
Have you ordered it?
No.
Oh. Then.
Yeah. I'm coveting it right now.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, just kidding. That means I want it. I don't know.
Well, you got what you wanted. So.
Yeah. I'm so tired. Okay. 25. Which movie, TV show, book, video game, etc. would you most love to stitch? I mean, I stitched tons of Harry Potter stuff. I stitched lots of Mario stuff for my husband. I don't know anything other than that. What about you?
I want to stitch a like specialty stitch filled thing of the Secret Garden, because like Shadowlane made gardens, but not that, you know. There's not a whole lot of Secret Garden because when I first started stitching, I searched for a ton of it, and there's not a lot. I mean, there is like garden-y stuff, but not related to the book with quotes and stuff. So.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I love to travel and I want to go so many places. But if I had to pick one, it would be Ireland. Because that's where my family's from. My mom's side of the family is Irish. distant, not like 2 generations away. They came from like long time ago. And it's just beautiful. I want to go.
Yeah. I would say probably similar to that. I want to go to like, I mean, I'm sure London is awesome and I want to go see the cities, but I want to see like countryside England with like cottages and moors and all that.
Yeah. What is your favorite traveled to location? By the Gulf Coast of Florida. It's where my dad's side of the family lives, and it's just gorgeous beaches, gorgeous water. We love to vacation there.
Mm-hmm. When I was a teenager, I got to go to Spain and France, and like countryside France was amazing, beautiful, and then Madrid and what was the other city? Maybe Barcelona. I don't know. I have to look through my scrapbook to see.
Mm-hmm.
But Spain was my favorite. It was a lot of fun. The food was really good. It was just the best time.
Yeah. Do you have any special talents? Aw, my son said being a mom.
Therefore,
I don't think so. I can't do anything like interesting or weird.
Yeah. It's mouth.
you make me happy.
Yeah.
It's because you call for every 2 seconds.
Do you have any special talents, Melissa?
No.
You're raising 4 kids.
Yeah.
I
used to be a competitive archer in 3D archery when I was growing up. I wouldn't necessarily call that a talent, but I used to do that.
That's cool. Name 5 to 10 random facts about yourself that your subscribers may not know about you.
Oh God.
5 random facts. I maybe can think of 5.
What about your middle name?
Yeah, probably. Oh gosh, we should have prepared.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a random fact about my family, but interestingly enough, my parents actually got divorced when I was 6 and got married to each other again when I was 12, and they're still together. So that's kind of a cool fact.
Mm-hmm.
I got married when I was 23, which I used to get mad when everyone would be like, "You're so young." And now looking back, I'm like, that was really stupid. I mean, it worked out fine. We're happy as can be, but wow, 23 is really young to be getting married.
It's like really
I had my first kid at 25, which is kind of funny because I thought 23 was young to be getting married, and I had my first kid at 25, and my mom had her last kid, which was me, at 25. Funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's 3. I can't think of anything else right now.
All right, so my first fact is I was born in Kalamazoo. It's in Michigan, but it's funny because it's like part of a poem or a song or something, and so it's just fun to say I was born in Kalamazoo. My parents were truck drivers, and so my first year of life I spent in a truck with them. And so because of that, I've been into like all the continental states. But I had a Manny named Ramon who took care of me during that first
Shut
year of
up!
life.
No way. How did I not know that?
You should have seen. I saw a picture and he had like this giant afro. He looked so fun.
That is amazing.
I met my husband on my 17th birthday, and so on my next birthday I'll turn 34, and I told him that I expect some amazing gift because I will have been with him for half my life, so obviously I deserve a special gift.
That's crazy to think of, right?
Yeah. And my parents divorced when I was young, and so I lived in New Hampshire with my dad until I was a teenager, and then I lived in Virginia with my mom. And so I can switch either from my Yankee accent or my Southern accent, and it depends on who I'm talking to and like literally I crossed the border and something in my brain clicks. I don't know. So that makes fun of me a lot for that.
I get really Southern when I'm excited or mad.
Yeah.
And then it really comes out. Because I've lived in the Midwest for 6 years, but it's funny how quickly you lose that. I think. I don't know. Some people are like, oh my gosh, where are you from? And other people say they can't tell at all. So I don't know.
Oh, thank you.
What is your most prized possession, stitch related and non-stitch related? I don't know. I mean, most prized. I don't really put a lot of value on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
So there's not really anything like, I guess not stitch related is probably all my scrapbooks. Like, I guess when they ask your most prized possession, it'd be like, okay, if the house was on fire, what would I run back and get? Like, obviously, once your kids and husband were out of the house. Probably all my scrapbooks.
Yeah.
Is non-stitchy related. Stitchy related? I don't know. I don't have anything that I'm like, maybe my light again, but it can be replaced. So I don't know.
Yeah. Girl, you better grab that fabric collection.
Yeah, I was thinking my DMC collection, like, because I have a full set, like, and most of it probably 3 times over because I thrift those.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
So hungry. Wait, what?
We're almost done. This is the last question. Go ahead, Melissa. Hungry.
Probably my, for cross stitch, I'd say my Lowry stand. That thing has like changed my stitching forever. Oh, thank you. And then, let me see. Non-cross stitching, I was given my great grandmother's ring that my great grandfather gave to her on their 60th anniversary. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And then obviously my wedding ring and all that.
I don't even wear mine. I have my band.
Yeah.
But I've gained so much weight, I can't wear my diamond.
Mom.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
You just check my
And I will go. All right. Are we done? Is that it?
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, everyone. And again, thanks for subscribing and commenting and liking and all of that good stuff. We'll be back when we can be back.
Yep.
So thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.